Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will discuss an important topic and today, that is control and coordination in animals or humans. Control and coordination. This is the second part of control and coordination. First part was control and coordination in plants. Second is control and coordination in humans or animals. Control and coordination in humans or animals. First of all, I will give some introduction regarding this control and coordination in humans. All multicellular organisms except sponges have specialized cells. Exception, this is exception, have specialized cells called nerve cells or neurons. You know that. Called nerve cells, or you can say that neuron. This is the largest cell in human body. Neuron. All multicellular organisms except sponges have specialized cells which are called neurons or nerve cells. A system of nerve cells. Simply a system of nerve cells or neurons together constitute nervous system. A system of nerves form, or you can say that a system of nerves form a nervous system. Now the control and coordination in simple multicellular animals, in simple multicellular organisms, this control and coordination in simple multicellular organisms takes place for only nervous system. Means they coordinate their behavior only by means of nervous system. In case of simple multicellular organisms. For example, we take an example of Hydra. That is simple multicellular animal. Hydra. This is simple multicellular animal. It consists of a network of nerves. This Hydra consists of a network of nerves which are called nerve cells or neurons throughout the body. This is an example of the simple multicellular organism which can coordinate their behavior, only by means of this nervous system. Now another point is that this control and coordination, in case of multicellular organisms, complex multicellular organisms. This is also multicellular, but it is simple. In case of complex multicellular organisms called vertebrates. They can coordinate their behavior by means of nervous system as well as endocrine system. I have already told in previous lectures that the multicellular organisms called vertebrates, including human beings. The complex multicellular organisms called vertebrates, including human beings, they can coordinate their behavior. They show control coordination by means of nervous system as well as endocrine system, or we can say that hormonal system as endocrine system. Is it clear? These complex multicellular organisms and vertebrates, including human beings, show coordination and behavior, show coordination by means of nervous system as well as endocrine system. While as simple multicellular organisms like Hydra, they show coordination and behavior only by means of this nervous system. So So before discussing that, control and coordination in animals or humans, it is good to know. It is good to know something about sense organs, receptors, and effectors. What are these? Before discussing this controlling coordination in humans, it is good to know something about these various terms. What are these sense organs? What are these receptors? What are these effectors? What are these effectors? First is, what are these sense organs? All of you know that. You are familiar about this. There are 5 sense organs in human body. One is eyes, ear, nose, eyes, ear, nose, tongue, skin. These are the 5 types of sense organs which are present in our human body. All these sense organs contain receptors. Now, what are these receptors? Question is, what are these receptors? These receptors are a cell or a group of cells. Can define receptors as a cell or a group of cells. A cell or a group of cells. A cell or a group of cells which can respond. A cell or a group of cells present on the surface of sense organs. Surface of sense organs, so that they can respond to the stimulus of environment. What are these receptors? These are simply a cell or a group of cells present on the surface of the organism, or we can say they're present in sense organs, so that they can show response to the stimulus of environment. I have already told you that there are various kinds of stimuli present in environment. One is light, heat, touch, some other thing. So this receptors, a cell or a group of cells present on the surface of sense organs, so that they can respond to the stimulus of environment. These are called receptors. These receptors are present in these sense organs. For example, these eyes contain photoreceptors. What are these photoreceptors? Detect light. They can detect. These photoreceptors are present in eyes. The main function of these photoreceptors, they detect light. In eyes, there are phonoreceptors. P-H-O-N-O, phonoreceptors. These receptors detect sound. They can detect. In nose, other type of receptors are present. Olfactory receptors, which can sense smell. Tongue contains gustatory receptors. Can detect a taste, it can sense taste. You know that skin contains thermoreceptors. This skin is also a sense organ which contains thermoreceptors, which can respond to cold or heat. Can detect heat, hotness or coldness. So these are the various sense organs which are present in human body, and these are the various receptors: photoreceptors, phonoreceptors, olfactory receptors, gustatory receptors, thermoreceptors, which are present in these sense organs. Now another point is, these receptors, the receptors present in sense organs, can respond to the energy provided by the stimulus. The energy provided by the stimulus receptors present in sense organs respond to the energy provided by the stimulus. It is this energy which is provided by the stimulus. It is this energy which is provided by the stimulus, which is provided by the external stimulus, that sets up a chemical reaction at receptors. When this stimulus comes in contact with these receptors, it settles the energy provided by this stimulus, sets off a chemical reaction at receptors, sets off a chemical reaction. Sets off a chemical reaction which travels in the form of electrical signals. Which travels in the form of electrical signals. This is called nerve impulse, or we can say that simply just. You can say that this is impulse. Nerve impulse, or simply impulse. Just simply can travel at this receptor. The energy provided by this stimulus sets up a chemical reaction which travels in the form of electrical signals, which is called nerve impulse or just impulse. And this electrical signal or nerve impulse is passed to the central nervous system, mainly brain or spinal cord, through a pair of specialized nerves called sensory nerves. Know that. Sensory nerves. These are specialized nerves which transmits this electric signal and this nerve impulse from the receptors, from the sense organs to the brain or central nervous system through a pair of specialized nerves which are called sensory nerves. When this electrical signal reaches to the brain or spinal cord, the brain interprets these signals. The brain interprets these signals or conveys this message, the brain interprets this signal and send back again, and brain or central nervous system sends back again to this interpreted message or interpreted signal through a pair of other specialized nerves called motor nerves. To the effectors. When these sensory nerves transmits this nerve impulse or electric signal to the brain interprets this signal or this message, it conveys this message and sends back again through a pair of specialized nerves called motor nerves to the effectors, which are present in our human body. The question: what are these effectors? An effector is a part of human body. We can define effector. It is a part of human body which can respond to the stimulus. It is a part of human body which can respond to the stimulus according to the instructions sent by nervous system. Through motor nerves. Motor nerves transmits information which travels in the form of electrical signals through sensory nerves to the brain. The brain interprets this message and travels back through a pair of specialized nerves called motor nerves to the effectors which are present in our human body. These effectors are it is a part of human body which can respond to the stimulus according to the instructions sent by nervous system, means sent by spinal cord or brain through motor nerves. These are mainly effectors are present in human body. One is muscles and glands. These are muscles and glands. These are called effectors present in our human body. Muscles or glands are the two parts which are present in human body, which are called effectors. So this was introduction regarding this control and coordination. In next lecture, we will discuss about this nervous system. इसमें हम पढ़ेंगे वो यूनिट ऑफ नर्वस सिस्टम, दैट इज फंक्शन यूनिट ऑफ नर्वस सिस्टम, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ न्यूरॉन. उसके बाद पढ़ेंगे हम ब्रेन, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. उसके बाद ये डिस्कस करते हैं हम दूसरा एंडोक्राइनल सिस्टम, और वी कैन से दैट हार्मोनल सिस्टम. Thank you.